So, if you're looking to move to Irvine, you have two questions to really ask. Should I buy a home or should I rent a home? And if you already live here and you're coming up on your lease, you also have those same two questions. Should I buy my next home? Well, I guess you have three. Should I continue my lease or get another one? In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what would be best for you, whether it be buying or renting your next home in Irvine. But first, I am a realtor here in Irvine, so if you are looking to buy, rent, or sell, make sure to reach out to me. All my information will be in the description below, but I'll also put my number right here. That way you can easily give me a quick text or call. But now, we'll get back into the video. So number one is renting might feel cheaper, and it 100% is, but in the long term, it might not be. So let's just take, for instance, the average 2-bed apartment here in Irvine. It's gonna run you around $3,400 a month. That's gonna be over $40,000 a year with nothing to return for it. So if you're doing that for 5 years, you're looking at $200,000 that went to literally nothing. And number two is buying isn't cheap either. It's actually a lot more expensive to buy a home right now. But long term, you're gonna see the benefits. But first, let's break down the costs. So let's say you were to buy a $950,000 condo here in Irvine. With mortgage, taxes, HOA, and insurance, you're probably gonna be looking at somewhere around $7,300 a month, depending on the area, taxes, HOA, and all of that. So it's a lot more, almost 2 times, or maybe even, let's just call it 2 times more to own and have a mortgage on a home instead of renting if you're putting 10% down. So buying is expensive. It's more expensive than renting at first. Number 3 is let's look at the 5-year outcome, because we want to make sure that we're playing the long game, especially when it comes to housing. So like I said, with renting, in 5 years, you're going to be looking at $200,000 that you'll never get back. But if you ended up buying that $950,000 condo or townhome, you're going to be looking at anywhere between $120,000 to $200,000 in equity. And that's with modest appreciation. And the best part is if rates do drop, which most people are speculating that, but I'm not even going to get into that because that's a whole nother can of worms. And you actually never really know. But if rates get better, you can refi and have lower payments. And number 4, it's not a one-size-fits-all plan, however. Now, the very obvious, if you're wanting to live here for the next 1 to 2 years or want to be in the same place for the next 1 to 2 years, buying 100% is not a good idea. And especially if it's a first-time buyer situation or just a little bit of a lower price point here in Irvine, which is insane. But anything under 1.5 inventory is still very tight, so you're going to have to be very particular in how you're going about it, because you're most likely not going to be getting a great savings. Listings right now on average are selling around 97 to 98% of the list price, and once you get to those lower price ranges under 1.5, you're going to see it from that 97% closer to 100% of the list price. So you're not going to be getting much deals in those first-time buyer-friendly markets. Number 5. But to summarize this whole video, I'm going to give you my 4-step rule. Number 1, you like the home. If you don't like it, then don't buy it. Number 2 is you're gonna own the home, not live in the home, and I'll get to that in a second. But you wanna own the home for at least the next 5 years. In full honesty, the amount that homes have appreciated within the past 5 years, we are in a very high market. We're never gonna see that appreciation again, at least probably not in our lifetime. So if you're wanting to buy a home and sell it in 2 to 3 years and make a good amount of money, it's probably not gonna happen. Number 3 is you want to make sure that you're comfortable with the payments. Now, obviously, when you're going to buy a home, the payments are going to be a lot more than what you're used to renting. However, taking into account all the tax benefits, all of the equity you'll be building, you want to make sure that you're still comfortable with those payments and you don't want to spread yourself too thin. Number 4 is you're going to be making the same, if not more money, within the next few years, because if you're comfortable with the payments now, but you're going to be making less and less and less money as time goes on, then you're not actually comfortable with the payments. And if you said no to any of these things, meaning that you don't apply for just one of them, rent. 0 questions, rent. Now, going back to the 5 years is if you're wanting to live here for 2 or 3 years and then rent it out, you can do that. But right now, just because of how high mortgages are in comparison to rentals, if you're paying that 10% or a low percent down, making it into a rental investment right now is just not going to be the best case scenario. But if you have to get out, you have to get out. But You want to be able to live in live in the house in the best case scenario for the next 5 years, and you'll be good. So that's the basic idea if renting or buying is a better situation for you. And again, going back to number 4, it's not a one-size-fits-all plan. And while I do have my basic step 4 rule, it still might not work for you. So if you want a professional guide, which I think you should always do, is reach out to me. Again, my information's in the description. Let me know and just say, hey, I'm thinking of renting or buying. Text me, email me, and tell me a little bit more about your current scenario, and we'll break down exactly what might be better for you. And you might be surprised with what it might be. But again, that's the video. Make sure that you subscribe because I release videos like this one every single Friday detailing the benefits of homeownership and how to buy a home here in Irvine. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. But as always, thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Talk soon.